Imagine building a company that dominates the world for more than 100 years. A company trusted by millions. A company so powerful that almost every photo on Earth depends on it. Your employees work incredibly hard. Your profits grow every year. And from the outside, your success looks unstoppable. But inside the company, one silent mistake is growing bigger every day. Not a lack of effort. Not a lack of talent. But something far more dangerous. Working incredibly hard on the wrong thing. And that single mistake would eventually destroy one of the most powerful companies in history. But here's the part that makes this story even stranger. The technology that caused the collapse was invented inside the company itself. So how did a company that ruled photography for over a century end up destroying itself? And what does that have to do with the way many people work today? To understand that, we need to go back to the moment when the world of photography belonged to just one company: Kodak. For most of the 20th century, Kodak was the king of photography. If you wanted to take a picture, you needed Kodak. Family memories, wedding photos, vacation pictures. Almost every important moment in people's lives was captured using Kodak film. At its peak, Kodak controlled nearly 90% of the global film market. Think about that for a second. 9 out of every 10 photos in the world depended on Kodak products. The company employed more than 100,000 people and generated billions of dollars every year. For over a century, Kodak looked unstoppable. But inside the company, something dangerous was quietly being created. In 1975, a young Kodak engineer named Steven Sasson built a strange-looking device in his lab. It was bulky. It weighed almost 4 kilograms. And it took 23 seconds to capture a single image. The photo quality was terrible. But the device had something no camera had ever had before. It didn't use film. It captured images digitally. Steven Sasson had just invented the world's first digital camera. At the time, it looked like a weird experiment. But in reality, it was the beginning of a completely new era. An era where photos could be taken instantly, stored electronically, and shared without film. The future of photography had just been invented. And it had been invented inside Kodak. When Sasson presented his invention to Kodak executives, their reaction wasn't excitement. It was fear. Because Kodak's entire business model depended on one thing: film. Every time someone took a picture, they needed Kodak film. Then they needed Kodak chemicals to develop it. And often Kodak paper to print it. This system made Kodak billions of dollars every year. Now imagine being a Kodak executive and seeing a camera that removes all of that. No film. No development process. No printing. Just instant digital images. If digital cameras became popular, Kodak's entire business would collapse. So instead of aggressively leading the digital revolution, Kodak hesitated. They slowed down development. They focused on protecting their film empire. And for a while, that strategy seemed to work. Film cameras were still everywhere. Kodak was still making billions. The digital future felt far away. But the world was already changing. Other companies saw the opportunity. Companies like Sony and Nikon began investing heavily in digital photography. Year after year, digital cameras improved. They became faster, cheaper, easier to use. Slowly, people stopped buying film. They wanted instant photos. They wanted convenience. They wanted digital. The technology Kodak once invented became the future of photography. But Kodak was no longer leading it. By the time Kodak fully tried to adapt, it was already too late. Digital photography exploded. Smartphones replaced cameras. Film disappeared almost overnight. Kodak's factories began shutting down. Thousands of employees lost their jobs. And in 2012, the company that once dominated photography for over a century filed for bankruptcy. A business that had shaped the way the world captured memories collapsed. But Kodak didn't fail because its employees were lazy. Its engineers were brilliant. Its workers were incredibly hardworking. The real problem was something deeper. Kodak worked hard, but in the wrong direction. They focused on protecting the past instead of building the future. And this is a mistake many people make in their own lives. They work harder every year. Longer hours. More effort. More pressure. But they never stop to ask one critical question. Am I working on the right thing? Because working hard without the right direction is like running on a treadmill. You're moving. You're sweating. You're putting in effort. But you're not actually going anywhere. Real success happens when two things work together: hard work and smart strategy. The world doesn't reward effort alone. It rewards the right direction. So the real question is not just, are you working hard? The real question is, are you working hard on the right things?